Hello and welcome to this week's Tech Talk. Every week we try to explain how to solve everyday problems for the everyday technology you and me might be using. This week we're talking about Windows 10, and to help you and me understand more, with me is Tek Talk expert Chris Jennings.
Hi Sarah.
Chris. Hello.
Good to be back again.
And what are we talking about this week?
Well, it's a sad day because it's Windows 10 end of life coming very soon. In fact, October this year. And we're going to be talking about what that means.
Yes.
Now, over time, those of you who remember the early Windows, like Windows 95, Windows 98.
1995 and
Yeah, that's right, yeah. As time goes on, operating systems get changed and updated, and the previous ones stop working basically after a while. Now, who had a Spectrum, a ZX Spectrum? Anybody out there? I did. Yeah, I mean, you imagine today a youngster would pick up one of these ZX Spectrums and think, what's that? And then, a little man walking across the screen and asking questions.
I bet it was really big and bulky.
We thought it was great. We thought,
but I bet it was really big and bulky.
Absolutely.
Everything in the older
days
was kind of shrunk.
mean, the Spectrum was a little thing like this. You could get a bigger one with a built-in keyboard. It was a little thing. And then, who remembers the BBC computer? That was what a lot of people started on. And then we had the Commodore 64, all these things.
Are you talking games?
No, these are like early computers. Like, you got your box now running Windows.
Yes.
Before they came along, you had these computers, but they were nothing like what we got today. They were just like, you could call it like a games console, basically, because that's all everybody ever did with them, was play games mostly. And it went on like that for quite a few years. Then along come Windows.
So there's been loads of changes.
Loads of changes. Everything was different. Back in those days, everybody had different computers, and none of them knew anything about the other one. There was no such thing as internet in those days. That's quite a new thing, relatively.
New? I remember internet, but
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe
Wasn't that long ago.
mid-90s, I'm not sure.
Yeah, early 90s wasn't that long ago. There was no internet.
No internet shopping, ladies. No internet shopping.
Just no internet.
What would we do?
Yeah, your games used to come on a cassette or a big cartridge, which you plugged into your
cassette, like a Walkman.
Yeah.
No,
yeah. That's what games came on. They came on things like that, which you plugged into your computer and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, and that was the silly dial-up noise that everybody used to listen to.
That's right. Yeah,
Give us a go, Chris.
Something like that.
Dong, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. Good old days.
So go on. Where are we now with Windows 10?
Right,
that's RIP, did you say? Dead?
Yes. Now, you see, as time goes on, you had Windows XP. Most people probably remember Windows 7, Vista. Each time Microsoft brings out another one, the previous one becomes what's called end of life, and they stop sending updates for it. Now, that's a big problem.
Updates,
this one,
as in like sending it to you in an email or what?
Security. Now, when you turn your computer on and it says updating, you think, oh God, it's got to do all these updates. This is important these days. It's never been more important than this particular change. That's why this one is significant.
Why is it important?
Because the world is a very dangerous place out there on the internet. There's so many viruses, scammers, people trying to hack into each other's computers, steal each other's information.
So you've got to have that privacy somehow?
You've got to have an operating system that is bang up to date, and when a threat is discovered, it does an update to the computer.
And that comes with the Windows 10, or what's the new one going to be called?
Right, the new one is Windows 11.
I thought so.
Yeah, Windows 10 is still current and is perfectly fine. You'll notice you keep getting these updates all the time, more than ever at the moment. That's because of all these security issues around.
So how do you know when it wants to do an update?
It tells you, it does it automatically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it does it. It doesn't let you carry on without doing it, because these days, going on the internet without an up-to-date PC with its security up to date, it's like driving a car without a seatbelt.
Oh,
Yeah, you're asking for trouble. Now, like I say, this one is more important than any others. The reasons for that is Microsoft have decided that at the end of October, Windows 10 will become end of life.
So Microsoft is just Windows.
Yeah. Windows 10, which we're running now, will end, and you have to upgrade to Windows 11 if you want to continue staying safe.
And why do they want to do that?
Right, this one, they're completely redoing the security of a computer to cope with all the modern threats. And the big problem with this one is only very recent PCs will be able to update. Up till now, Windows 95's come out, you update, yeah, you got 95. 98 come out, update, yeah. No. This time, the vast majority of people are going to end up having to buy a new PC because their PC just will not allow them to install Windows 11.
So a Windows 11 is a good thing?
It's a good thing for security and all that, but it's a bad thing if your PC is less than 2 or 3 years old, and it will tell you when it says you need to update to Windows 11. You'll go, okay, and it says this PC will not update. You have to.
People have to go out and buy a whole new PC, or
Well,
wow, sounds expensive.
That's the worst scenario. Now, what I suggest people do is, if their PC, you've got to come off Windows 10. There's no choice.
When did you say this was? October this year?
Yeah. You'll be all right. Your PC won't stop working. It'll just stop getting updates that keep it secure. And so over time, all these holes will appear in the computer where
so that makes you vulnerable when you're going online. That makes you vulnerable to people hacking in, or
that's right. I mean, viruses can be in a picture in a Word document on a website, and unless your PC is up to date and can detect all this and stop it, you're in big trouble. So you're going to have to come off Windows 10 now. The PC won't stop working. It will carry on working as before. It'll carry on working forever. But like I say, it won't be safe. You'll be in big danger. So you do need, if you're going to stay with Windows, there are other options. I'll mention that a bit later, but it's another story really. But if you're going to stay with Windows, you're going to have to go to Windows 11 at some point.
that comes free, or you pay for that?
It's free.
It is free. You just when you switch off and switch on, it will say do an update.
Yep. It'll offer you the
You
update.
obviously allow.
Yeah. At some point, if the PC is capable of running Windows 11, it will force it anyway. You have no choice. Now, there is a little extra thing Microsoft have done. If you need time to save up for a new PC,
Microsoft are thinking about me and you
They're
guys.
thinking about
We're
this.
thinking about our pockets, which
Almost.
is always good. No,
Almost.
maybe not.
they've said that you can buy an extra 12 months of updates from October for 30 quid.
Oh, bless them. Bless them.
And that'll give you twice
30 euros for
30
12
euros
months.
for 12 months.
So
of
would you say
security
that's a
update.
good thing to do?
If you have no other option,
Because you can't afford to go out and buy
yeah,
a whole new PC
then
or a whole
sure,
new
it gives
laptop.
you another year's life in your computer without having to change it. Yeah.
And what would a new PC cost?
Well, now you're talking anything from £200 to £2,000. It's literally what you're going to buy. This is something you need to talk to a laptop expert who's not there to try and sell you something.
So a basic one that you and me definitely, maybe you, but definitely me might need is sort of £200.
Two to 300, yeah, 200 to 300 euros will get you a new laptop. But the thing is, it's a horrible thing. It's never been done before, where they're forcing people to buy new hardware for the upgrade. It's never happened before. That's why this one is so significant in the news and everything. Apple do it all the time, by the way.
But with it
with their
being
phones.
safety, it's a
can't.
good thing. It's something that is progression, unfortunately, with people using the internet
It's
in the
going
wrong
forward.
way.
The internet has become such a dangerous place for unprotected equipment.
Yes.
There's no choice, really.
And people put more information on these things, more of our personal information on.
Yeah, and that's right. There's so much on a computer or a laptop. Your life is on there, like your phone, that you just need to be safe. Otherwise, they'll just steal everything off you. It's quite scary, but it's the fact of life. If you want to stay safe on the internet, you've got to be up to date.
So if you've got that if you've got that new computer or that new laptop that's within that 2 or 3 year range, how do you do it? How do you do it? How do you download it?
Right, what I suggest people do, right, the best thing is if your laptop says to you, I need Windows 11, but my laptop is not available, take it to your local tech shop. The reason why is there are different reasons why a laptop cannot be upgraded. It might just need a different processor. It might just need new memory, and that might be enough to make it work with Windows 11. So
you can do that locally. I think there's probably someone.
there's a place on A sector, a tech shop up there.
The tech shop.
Yeah, any
the
tech shop.
Yeah.
You just go to the shop, say, look, my laptop, I need Windows 11. Is it possible to make this PC work on Windows 11? And they'll tell you yes or no.
That's the little shop above Allen's on A sector.
Yeah, that's that one on Campsol.
And they'll probably charge for that because they're doing you
Oh,
a
they won't do
service.
it for free. Yeah, yeah.
They're doing
it's
you
a
a
business.
service.
Yeah, yeah. They'll check it out and they'll tell you what you need to do, whether or not it can be upgraded or unfortunately you've got to buy a new one.
Yeah, but
So-
it's brilliant that you can get it done locally. We love Campsol.
Yeah, yeah. That's flies driving me mad. Yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately it's something we're going to have to get used to is changing to this new Windows 11. Hopefully the next one, Windows 12, won't do it again, but you never know. I wouldn't have thought they would because people would just get fed up with Windows if they kept doing it all the time. Now, people out there, I know I can hear you out there, all you Linux guys, saying, oh yeah, just move to Linux. You don't have any of that problem. This is true.
Here we go.
This is true. But the average user, Linux is just too complicated.
So that's not Windows.
It's a different thing altogether.
Another-
And it's true what they tell you. When Linux doesn't have any of these problems. That doesn't have virus problems.
So who would use that? The average Joe, like you and me, on the average?
Well, I do because I'm a nerd, so I use it.
Okay. So the average Joe,
Yeah.
that's not going to affect. Well, that wouldn't come
No,
into
no.
that.
The average person is going to be using Windows. It's not 80% of computers out there are running Windows. It's a very small minority of people that use alternatives like Linux, but they'll be out there shouting, yes, won't you?
So
Yeah.
basically, in
I'm going to
October,
have a drink.
we have to do the Windows 11. It will do an automatic update, and then it's a lot safer
Your
for us all to
PC,
use the
as
PC.
it gets closer to October, your PC is going to start throwing up warnings. And you're going to be thinking, what the hell's this mean? Now you know.
So look out for the warnings, guys.
Yeah, that's it. Look out for those warnings.
Thank you very much.
That's right. And hopefully it doesn't work out too bad for you and you can just upgrade or a cheap upgrade to your PC and it works again.
Brilliant. Fingers crossed, everyone, that we're in that 2 to 3 year. Thanks very much for watching. And don't forget, you can watch Campsol TV on our new app, which is free on the Play Store. Just search Campsol TV and we'll see you same time next week for more Tech Talk. Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.